Let me guess, you feel stuck right now. Like nothing's moving in your life and you just feel like you're just there wasting your life in your bed. Wasting your life away by watching TikTok, Reels, just overall doom scrolling. And I get it. I was in that position too, and that's perfectly normal. These companies are literally designing their apps just to exploit your attention, so don't feel guilty. And maybe it's gotten to a point where you cannot leave your phone alone. Every time you go out, or when you go around your house, or when you go outside, you kind of need constant stimulation just to keep you sane. Now, if you resonate with any of what I just mentioned, then I think it's time for you to do a proper dopamine detox protocol, because I think it's time for you to reset your brain and it's time for you to actually pursue meaningful things in your life, whether that be focusing more on your studies, pursuing a passion you've always wanted, or just doing meaningful things in your life rather than just sitting in bed scrolling your life away. Welcome to our dopamine detox protocol to get your life back together. Now, you must first understand what a dopamine detox really does, because if you notice, a lot of people have already tried this dopamine detox trend for a long time now. And the thing is, they just end up reverting back to whatever habits they've been doing after 14, 30 days, whatever. And the problem with dopamine detox advice in general, especially online on YouTube, whatever, is that they are treated like an all-in-one solution to whatever problem you have. Scrolling on YouTube, wasting your life away, boom, dopamine detox. You have a terrible grade and you have horrible attention spans, boom, dopamine detox. Come on, are we just gonna slap it like it's some magic pill to solve everything? What a true dopamine detox is the internalization of value. In other words, you're not changing your behavior, you're changing yourself within. Now, I know this sounds kind of cringy and philosophical, but this is quite literally the biggest change that you can ever make in your life. Change inside. Because if you don't ask yourself why you are doing certain things or what you value in life, and you don't see the internal value of pursuing anything meaningful, then you're just gonna go straight back to wherever you were from before doing this dopamine detox. The reason why people do this detox for a couple of weeks to a couple of months, those weeks are when your value changes. Your goal is to reach that point through the small actions you're taking every single day. Your goal is not to cut everything off and to do a hardcore detox. Your goal is to manifest intention through the small actions you take every single day, which is why I try to emphasize to everyone that whenever you do a detox, you should try to at least internalize the change within yourself. Which moves me to step number 1 of this dopamine detox protocol, which is to ask yourself, what do you value in the one single life that you have on this earth? Now, personally, I value creating something bigger than myself. And this is kind of why I've been running this YouTube channel for so long. I've always found value in just helping other people and other people in the world. And to me, that's already something bigger than myself, which gives my life some sort of purpose. And so I wanted to remind you that you only have one life on this earth. And because of that, ask yourself, what do you value in the long run? What do you value in the limited time you have on this earth? And I'm gonna take a big brain guess that whatever you say isn't achievable easily. Because if it is, why are you watching this video in the first place? Obviously, deep down inside, you have some place or somewhere or some person that you want to be, but you just can't do it because all the distractions around you. And the problem isn't that you have a short attention span or that you're easily distracted. It's just that you don't see the value in overcoming those hardships to achieve the goals that you have. You are not comfortable with being uncomfortable. Every time there's a mental or physical obstacle, your brain tells you that it's just not worth it and offers an easier option, like an easier dopamine hit, like scrolling on TikTok or general doom scrolling. Remember, the point of a dopamine detox is to not change your behavior, but to change your inner values. Because when you do, you see what's important to you. You start to see what matters and your behavior will change accordingly. Now, let's move on to the actual dopamine detox itself that I recommend everyone to do for at least 2 weeks, or at least 1 to 2 weeks. And that is to cut off every dopamine source. Social media, junk food, pornography. But I'm gonna bet that after a month, you're gonna get back into it. So then you might be asking me, Kai, what the frick is the point then of cutting it off if you're telling me that I'm just gonna get back into it? Well, remember my point. This development detox is not about cutting these dopamine sources, but it's about cutting them out for a long enough period for you to start changing within, so that you can start changing within without any distractions distracting you from what's important. Because when you cut off these things in a dopamine detox, you start to realize what really matters. And when you slowly reintroduce those things back into your life, you can start consuming them in a way more healthy way. I still use Instagram because I send, I don't know, cursed memes to my friends and they send reels back to me and I watch them and I always have a giggle and it's perfectly fine. I'm still a functional human being in society. I still consume freaking, I don't know, donuts. I consume junk food here and there. I literally had 2 pieces of Krispy Kreme donuts right before I record this video. And I feel fine because I regulate my diet very well. I don't just consume them mindlessly to help me feel better about something. I know when to control myself, not because I have the discipline, but because I literally just value my long-term happiness and I don't want to mindlessly consume to feel that happiness. Remember, the point of this detox is to align yourself with what truly matters in the long run. And if you're someone who doesn't have that sort of direction, you're obviously just going to switch to a more easily accessible source of dopamine.
So Kai, stop yapping. What the heck is the protocol? Stop freaking telling us this philosophical shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. But let me tell you, the protocol is very, very simple. Because again, this whole video is me trying to tell you the whole point of this detox, which is not necessarily the protocol itself, but the change you're doing yourself with the protocol. But the protocol itself is as simple as this. For the next 7 days or the next 14 days, I want you to cut off every easy source of dopamine, whether that be your social media, your phone, or anything else. I want you to cut it out for 7 days. And once those 7 days are done, I want you to slowly reintroduce those things back to your life. Now, I'm not saying to just revert back to your original state, but I want you to purposely give yourself a couple days within the week to let yourself indulge in those kinds of dopamine sources little by little. And throughout time, I want you to lessen the frequency of these indulgements. You will find that by deliberately rewiring your brain for the first week, by removing every source of dopamine, and then trying to live with a permanent change by just lessening your consumption, you will realize that this will be very, very effective. Again, I'm someone who still consumes brain dead content here and there. I still play games with my friends. I still scroll through social media. But I know to myself that at the end of the day, that is not the most important thing in my life. And therefore, I can easily avoid overindulging on those kinds of things because I know that I still need to embrace being uncomfortable, being in the hardship in order to achieve the things in my life in the long run. And remember, the change is within here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a wonderful 2026, 2027, 2028. It's not about whether you're gonna change yourself for the new year, because I always tell this in my videos, like, it's a new year, who cares? Like, just start now. There's no such thing as a good timing for you to start changing. Whether you're gonna change yourself or not, I genuinely hope that you guys don't forget to enjoy your lives, because as much as I would like you to tell you to pursue pretty much meaningful things, of course, it would also be great if you would just be present with the present. You know, what if the meaningful things are right in front of you this whole time? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, comment down below if you like the new background. I mentioned this in the previous video, but yeah, I like switching up things now. So yeah, just comment down if you like this new bedroom setting or if you missed the other room. But yeah. Also, Mr. Forky is not coming back. He is officially married, so I've been trying to contact Mr. Forky and he's not replying to me. He got no time for his homies. I'm kind of disappointed. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Ew.